Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. And this unit very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here now a 3rd and 20. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 20. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And that will be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They look to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Seahawks had a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Down right around the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
A 42-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Goff. And incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Again, Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
On the Seahawks' 33-yard line.
Goff now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Goff. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open window coming up next. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Dances by him. There he goes, left side. Inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece.
Matt Gay set to
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
taking over first down 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A short one there, caught by Likely. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
70 Lions!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Play action. It's Goff. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Like 20. Hold on.
Goff. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 3. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Over the middle, finding Smith-Njigba. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first.
Michael Dixon to punt for the Seahawks.
And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw is gone. And his throw is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Goff. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Straight ahead, Walker. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. He'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, that'll make you pay one time.
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. Line and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now it's gone. And now another one thrown incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
They'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
65.
They'll look to throw again. Open that left side. Shaheed has it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a second and 10. Here's Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready up.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. Welcome, it's Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen and Matt Gay going to kick things off. Off we go in the rain here in Seattle. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pick up 8 out to the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
2nd and a yard.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll drop to throw. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And they will finally let him down. A big play for Seattle. 35 yards.
Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. But a flag is down back in the backfield. Did they hit the quarterback late? They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold.
On the set. Ready.
They'll look to throw yet again. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. To the pylon, he's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Ronnie Bell. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no damage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. From the gun, it's Goff. And that one's incomplete. They were really ratcheting up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. That's taken at about the 14. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, Demario Douglas. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
70 live.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Here we go, set.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll run here with Walker. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Shaq Thompson comes up with the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
Just a great effort by the back. I mean, just the ability to keep your legs moving, to make sure he had enough to pick up the 1st down. He's able to move the chain by a few, and just a great call, great execution, especially given the circumstances.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Open right side is Likely. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Ready up.
It is 3rd and long.
Here we go, Shaq. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And the best offense on 3rd downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out. And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different. He's just unable to connect.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Off to throw on 1st down. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's 2nd down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. Into the secondary at the 45. 20. 15. And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
25-yard line.
Now, faking the give. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head, because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction, because that defender got both hands on it, but just couldn't come down with the pick.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball. They get the man, and it's no good.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just no.
Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. All even on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Forced out wide. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
And this is one of the downfalls to man coverage, Mike. Anytime the defender's eyes are so locked in on their responsibility, there's not a lot of guys with eyes on the quarterback. In this case, he escapes the pocket, becomes a runner, and there's a lot of room behind him.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Makai Wingo in there on the tackle. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll throw out of the gun to the tight end, likely. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. They'll try to run. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one. And they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
On play action, Goff just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is gone. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A big play for Seattle. 33 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Once again, it's Walker. But it's very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Got it with Smith in Jigba. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And the Seahawks, first down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 27.
Back to throw. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go. Sack. 60. Box. Go.
On to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Third and long. And that is incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard.
At their own 26-yard line.
Laporta in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
page with his target. That's incomplete. Isaac TeSlaa was the intended target. And it'll be third down.
Ric Flair.
They'll go play action with Goff. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot. Get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback.
20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We're back to Seattle after this. They face second down and 7. They keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's going to pick up the first down. That's a nice run, taking it up past the 30-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. for it. The tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance.
That one intercepted. Picked up by Terrion Arnold.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And a nice job there. On that return, gives them breathing room up past the 30-yard line.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. You're not going to get away with it at this level.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. On the handoff, this is Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Seattle.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Second down, they need 7. Taken in by Douglas. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. Here's first and 10.
Let's go. 60 Bison.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw here on second and 10. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
A 40-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. He fields it at the 8. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First carry for David Montgomery. Up the sideline to the 40. And he is out of bounds. That's the way to get started. A pick up of 17 and a very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 42.
Slaw, the man in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And that will lead to a second down. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Third down and 9. From the gun, it's Goff. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
To get back to the line, maybe a yard. The big lineman, Aleem McNeil, ends the play there. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
And this one is intercepted. It's DJ Reed. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On first down, it's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Ball on the 39. Here's second and 4. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
On third down, they go with Gibbs. And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That's incomplete. Darius Hall on fourth down. It does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Here's Walker. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down.
The ball's out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
70 Lions!
On On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
They'll send a tight end in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. That's Goff. It's Isaac to Slav. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
17 yards.
They pick up 17 through the air. Good for a Lions first
It's a
down.
gain of 17 yards. And the Lions first down.
Goff to throw. On the run to the right. That one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
I can appreciate the idea of keeping the play alive, right? Giving as much time as possible to your targets to uncover downfield. But you also have to play to your strengths. You got to know the type of player that you are. In this case, doesn't have quite enough speed to get away and probably should have just thrown it.
And this will be incomplete.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic. Don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here. The defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
Oh, he's got a defender right with him. And it's an interception. It's the safety, Julian Love. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
First and 10. At the
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Kai Wico on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 9. They'll run here with Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big play for Seattle. And even 30 yards.
17-yard line.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And he's lucky this one didn't go back the other way, Mike. He got away with just a bad decision, bad throw, and defensively, you get a chance to steal a possession for your offense. You got to capitalize and make those plays. It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Lions have come up with the football.
Mike, we hear that term run after after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off to throw on first down. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Back to the air, it's Goff. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here, and he'll have the first down. They'll get him up around the 37.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the set on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On to the 4th quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backwards. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Laporta in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's gone. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. The Lions will punt this ball away. They forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The run up the middle, it's Walker. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. Now Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
And that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10.
All right, So anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Detroit.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll try to keep his footing. Manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. From 29, here's second and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Lions. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 9. Now, faking the give. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Aiden Hutchinson gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Now they'll set up to throw. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. To throw is Goff. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Throwing on second down. Goff. Quick slam caught by St. Brown. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
And the Lions first down.
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Ready?
One of the tight ends in motion right. Once again, it's Gibbs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here's the Lions punt team now as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
He's trying to set up the tight end screen there, but that winds up incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
He's taken in. He's got the 1st down and more than that. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 96 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. And the Seahawks with another big moment. They'll try to add the 2-point conversion here.
The Seahawks.
They'll run for it with Walker. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
14.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Here is Bell on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st down. Throwing, Goff. Incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. This guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. 12 yards there and a first down. From the gun, it's Goff. Is caught offside by St. Brown. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Now, Goff. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder. So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
To throw is Goff. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started. So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. The Lions call their first timeout. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the fourth.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First down and keep it on the ground, and here's Charbonnet. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain.
Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. They'll go again here with Charbonnet. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. It is third and long.
Here we go, set.
He'll look to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here is Bell on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This is first and 10. Now Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his third interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession. And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So the 12th man, a factor here as it's a win for the Seahawks. And with an open date on the schedule next week, we'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.